praise his honor and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahawashai, Ba'asham Racha Kodash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone, and salutations to all you sincere can. Once again, it's your brother Abawan back here with another video through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'asham Yahawashai. What I'm actually wanted to talk about this a little bit. You see this is the Twitter post from Elon Musk, right? The former CEO of Twitter, because if you are up with the current event, you know that Twitter has appointed a new CEO, which actually, she goes back to the WEF. So that's the next step in the agenda of Esau Edom. Basically, he made this post, or he put up this post from the Wall Street Journal, WSJ, and basically the post is going into TikTok. The real problem with TikTok, a recent story found that when researchers created accounts belonging to fictitious 13-year-olds, they were quickly inundated with videos about eating disorders, body image, self-harm, and suicide. And now they are saying that TikTok needs to be banned because it is pushing, all kinds of propaganda and, all kinds of harmful information and stealing your data and, so many other things. But my thing is this, that all these American social media net platforms all do the exact same thing. Whether it's Facebook, whether it's Instagram, whether it's WhatsApp, YouTube, even this Twitter, they do the exact same thing. They control the narrative by controlling the algorithm and pushing to people, propaganda, and pushing to people what Esau believes that, pushing what Esau, the elite of Esau Edom wants to be out there, and hiding true information, which is why the videos, right, the men of the Lord are always being hidden, always being put in the background by these social media networks, which is why YouTube is always shadow banning, and that's why even words like shadow banning even exist, because at the end of the day, whatever TikTok is doing, right? These Edomite, Babylonian social media networks are doing the same thing, and at an even higher risk than Twitter is. So ultimately, what you're seeing here is hypocrisy, because now the US is in talks about banning Twitter, right? They want to, sorry, not Twitter, but TikTok. They want to ban TikTok from Babylon the Great. And the reason why they want to do that is because, most likely because TikTok is China owned, and the quote unquote CEO of TikTok, even though TikTok has a parent company, I don't really understand the dynamics of that, but the CEO of TikTok is not willing to kowtow to these Edomites, okay? Basically, it's most likely it's probably a bit of a conflict between the CEO of Twitter and the elites of Esau Edom, which is why they are in talks to try to quote unquote ban Twitter from Babylon. The reason why they want to do that is obviously because they don't have as much control as they would like to have concerning Twitter. I don't know why I'm mixing these two social media networks up. They're all the same to me anyway. We don't really do social media like that, but the reason why they want to ban TikTok in Babylon the Great is because obviously they don't have control of it, right? They can't get the information that whatever information that Twitter is stealing, it's like that TikTok is stealing, and they can't push their own propaganda and push their own videos in TikTok. But what is being pushed is Moab and their own propaganda, so basically Chinese propaganda. And we know, of course, that all these social media sites, this is how they operate. So now, I believe I have the article loaded up actually here, the Wall Street Journal, and this is the article, the title, TikTok feeds teens a diet of darkness. And of course, we already know about this. The men of the Lord have been reporting about this for ever since TikTok actually came out. I remember the elder Manatazakba doing a video on how TikTok was giving teenagers mental illness, Tourette's syndrome at the time. That was that. But anyway, let's continue reading the article. Self-harm, sad posting, and disordered eating videos abound on the popular app. Okay. Calls to ban TikTok in the US are growing louder. Government leaders are trying to keep the popular China-owned social video platform away from schools, public workers, and even entire states on the grounds that users' data could wind up in the wrong hands. And it's funny that they say that because it is already a well-known fact that all these other social media sites, whether it's Facebook, let's just say the whole of Meta, so that is Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, and Google, of course, and all the Google social media platforms, they are all stealing your data and selling it to ad companies, right? Selling it to the US government, right? The CIA, the FBI, so on and so forth. So social media companies stealing your data is nothing new. Ironically, whenever these American companies want to steal your data, they will tell you about how, oh well, you don't really have anything to steal in the first place, this and that, so on, and all manner of excuses. But now data theft is become a real problem, even though Mark Zuckerberg is being taken to court every other day. I believe the same thing happened with Google, right? When they took Google to court, I believe Google to Congress, and Congress was asking whether Google apps could track you using your phone, which of course they can. And all these things happen on with all the social media platforms, but the reason why they are only focusing on what TikTok is doing is because they are trying to press this TikTok man and trying to, you know, Israel is trying to take over this platform, and that's the reason why you are seeing so much emphasis on shutting down TikTok in Babylon the Great, and how evil and wicked and all the malicious things that TikTok is doing. Think about the children. Think about the children. Esau's classic excuse. The same children that are being introduced to all manner of perversions in their schools. We didn't forget about that. How you are introducing the alternative lifestyle way to these children in their schools. But yet, whatever TikTok is doing is more wicked than what these devils are doing. And of course, it's all wicked. All of it should just be thrown out. But you see the hypocrisy of Esau Edom. He is doing far worse, but yet he is wagging the finger at a lesser, at a lesser evil than himself, which is this TikTok. But from the outside looking in, all of them should just be taken out. All the social media platforms should just be dissolved because it's all wickedness. We see how it has corrupted the minds of the people of this world. Let's go and get some precepts. Because ultimately, what it is pushing right now, and the major thing these social media platforms push, and this kingdom as a whole, is nihilism. Okay, nihilism. And let's get that. Wisdom of Solomon 2 verse 1. For the ungodly said, reasoning with themselves, but not aright, our life is short and tedious, and in death of a man there is no remedy. Neither was there any man known to have returned from the grave. For we are born at all adventure, and we shall be hereafter as though we have never been. For the breath in our nostrils is as smoke, and a little spark in the moving of our hearts, which being extinguished, our body shall be turned into ashes, and our spirit shall vanish as the soft air. And this precept right here, once again, the wicked, in their ignorance, they believe, and that's what nihilism really is. And let's get the dictionary definition for nihilism. And I believe we have it here. Nihilism, and it reads a viewpoint that traditional values and beliefs are unfounded and that existence is senseless and useless. A doctrine that denies any objective ground of truth, and especially of moral truths. So basically, that nihilism is the idea that there is no meaning in life and everything is just uncontrolled chaos, which of course is against what we believe in this truth, because you understand that all things are under the control of the Most High Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. But with the rise of Esau's pseudoscience, that's exactly what it is. You have the people of this world. This is what they subscribe to now. That everything is meaningless. Nothing has a purpose. Even going as far as to say that there is no power, as the scripture said, the fool saith in his heart there is no God. But we know the truth that there is a power, and He is in control. And everything that you see happening right now is Bible prophecy. Okay, the prophecies are according to the scriptures. And let me also get this precept. And this is what Esau Edom does. They deceive. The scriptures say the devil had not come but to kill and to steal and to destroy. But the thing that we're going to get first is Esau Edom being the deceiver, okay, and also a hypocrite, because here he is being guilty of the same thing that he's accusing, these Moabites and these Moabites of. And let me say it once again, I'm not standing up for TikTok or trying to say that one one devil is better than the other. They are both heathen, they are both going to be destroyed, they are both going into captivity. But we still have to call out Esau Edom for his hypocrisy, which is exactly what I am doing. Revelation 20, verse 1. And I saw an angel come down from heaven, having the key of the bottomless pit and a great chain in his hand. And he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years, and cast him into the bottomless pit, and shut him up, and set a seal upon him, that he should deceive the nations no more, till the 1,000 years should be fulfilled. And after that, he must be loosed a little season. That's exactly what Esau Edom does. That is his modus operandi, to deceive. Okay, whenever Esau opens his mouth, whenever the devil will speak, they are speaking of deceit, they are speaking lies. Okay, which are the scriptures say, whenever he speaketh of his own, whenever he speaketh of his own, for he is a father of, for he is the father of lies. Okay, for he is the father of lies. And what Esau Edom does, and what he does it well, is he deceives. That's why whenever you hear these devils talk, it's always some kind of madness they're trying to sell you. They're always trying to sell you some form of deceit, because that is how they operate. Okay, hypocrisy and lies. So now they will pretend as though their own social media sites, the American, the Babylonian social media sites are pure, and they are not guilty of everything that they are accusing Twitter of. And I've continued reading that Wall Street Journal article, but they stopped me there, and they said, oh well, you can't continue on except you sign in, or you sign up, or you subscribe for their service, which of course I'm not doing. Okay, but we're not yet read the article going into what TikTok is doing to the youth. We already know what it is doing, right? It is pushing wickedness on them, which is exactly what it was meant to do. And that's really what all these social media apps are meant to do. Because if you go into the word media, it goes back to the word medium. A medium for what? A medium to push the witchcraft of Esau Edom. That is the operation right there. It is ultimately meant to push wickedness upon the people, and especially these children that are coming up right now, man. As the scriptures, speak about this last generation, and it will be as in the days of Noah, wicked as hell, wicked as all hell, wickedness and iniquity shall abound all over the place, which is why you see so much wickedness going forth, and you see so much judgment going forth. And every time you hear about some ridiculous situation happening on the earth, right, with where and you see how dangerous these social media apps is. Because I started thinking about it now. All these challenges that are always ending in somebody being put to death and things like that. And yet you have Isoidom here wagging his finger like he has some moral high ground. And recently, and the thing is that Babylon the Great have been being exposed for their wickedness and for their hypocrisy, where they will do and commit unspeakable evils. And yet, when a nation does the exact same thing, they start to condemn them and speak against them. And recently, the nations have been calling out Esau Edom. The nations have been calling Esau Edom out on his wickedness, as they should, of course. But let me end the video right here. I just wanted to bring this as a little bit. So, with that, all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahweh Shai, Ba'asham Rakak, Wadash, Wa Abad Babal, Shalom.